attitude is important to me. I want guys who have an attitude. I want guys who got that look, that not a selfish look, not a look that rubs people the wrong way, but that attitude that you know that this person means business. This person has a feel that I want to see. I want that guy that got that attitude. That's the guy that I want around me. That's the player that I'm looking for. A guy who just got that edge about them, that got that attitude about them. Work ethic. No substitute. There's no substitute for working hard. There's no shortcut for coming to this building. You can come here and you can follow that path around here. I take the path that takes the longest way. I do not ever look for that shortcut. It does not work. It does not work at any level. I don't care what you're doing. It doesn't. It will not work. It does not work. Those are the guys that I don't want around me. I want guys who are willing to work, who are willing to come early, who are willing to stay late. It's just not a sub for work ethic. The last thing I look for a student athlete is a guy that'll dream. I look for that guy that can sit in the classroom while the teacher is talking about the lesson. They sit there and they dream about being good. They dream about making the best possible grade that they can make in their class. All while the teacher is talking, they sit there and they dream about how can I be better? How can I get there where I'm trying to get to? That's the person I love to be around. A person that's constantly dreaming. A person that's constantly thinking about what can I do to improve my situation. I want people that sit there and they look out into the audience and they can talk to the audience, but the whole while they're talking, they're thinking about how can I get to the NCAA tournament. Even though I'm talking about my plan, my mind is dreaming about where I can be. My mind is dreaming about what do I do next. How can I improve the guys that I have on the team? How can we get this guy to make sure he's eligible? We dream about that all the time. How do I improve, or how do we improve the attendance? And I know most people are sitting there saying, Coach, what are you going to do about the attendance? Normally, if you came to the Jackson State game on last year, we probably averaged, I guess, anywhere between 800 to 1,000 people, maybe 1,100 people a game. The first thing that I wanted to do, I wanted to look at the schedule. And I wanted to try to play teams that were closer. What's wrong with playing Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Southern Miss and Memphis and Georgia Tech and LSU? And my dream for playing those teams are we have people that are from Jackson that are in those areas, that can get to those areas. And when you look at a schedule of a Jackson State team, you got to play so many guaranteed games. You can play a guaranteed game at Ole Miss and get the same $75,000 or $80,000 that you would get by going to New Mexico playing. And it makes more sense that we're closer and we can get people to follow. But that was something that I always thought in my mind that would help attendance. Number two, class check. In the process of me checking your class, and I'm going in there to make sure you are eligible, I'm always thinking, how can I get you to come to a game? So when I walk into that class, not only do I stick my head in the door, I walk in the class. I go in there and I make eye contact with the teacher, I make eye contact with the students. And I know when I go into a class, the teacher's going to give me a moment just to say one word. And if I ever get a chance to say one word, I want to see if I can invite you to a game. Can I get you to come to one game? If I get you to come to one game, I got you. All I got to do is get you to come one time. The third thing, in the fall, I want to go to every single dorm on campus. And I want to meet with every single student that will be willing to come downstairs and talk. And what has to happen, you got to post something that Coach Brent will be in the dorm at 6 o'clock this evening. And if it's only 10 people that shows up in this one dorm, that's 10 that you can identify with. And then you move to the next dorm and you get those 10. The students are one of our most important aspects of college basketball. And right now, they don't come to the game. And it's up to us to make them feel like they are a part of the team. That's their team. They're in college. They're going to be here for the next 4 or 5 years. So we got to make them feel like they are part. One of the other things that I did when I got the job, I went to Coach Dixon and I went to Coach Brent. I said, I need you to give me a list of all the elementary, middle school, and high school principals, assistant principal, head principal, all of them that have Jackson State ties. And the reason I wanted to do that because I want to invite them. I want to have a elementary and middle school night. I want to have a senior high night. And what is the key to getting that done? The key to getting that done is finding out who is in that building that has some Jackson State ties. That's part of the plan.